Look, I wouldn't argue with you if you tell me this is South Africa. If you tell me these are the rural areas in South Africa, I'll say yeah, for sure. There are so many similarities, but no. This is Zimbabwe. These are the rural areas in Zimbabwe. While we are busy in the cities working so hard as South Africans so that we can build mansions back in the rural areas, the Zimbabweans are doing the same. Stay tuned to this beautiful video. You are going to be inspired, and I'm going to take you on a journey to Zimbabwe with me. Guys, today's video is going to be very interesting because we are just looking at what other people in the SADC region are doing in the rural areas to improve their rural areas. I decided, you know what, let me just look at what are Zimbabweans doing in their own country in the rural areas. Are they going back? Have you ever asked yourself, when the Zimbabweans are going back home, what do they go up to? I've realized that a number of Zimbabweans are going back home, and some have been motivated by this channel, are going back home to Zimbabwe, and they are even going back to the rural areas to build their homes in the rural areas. It's so wonderful to see that, because I've got people who follow me here on this channel and they are from Zimbabwe, but you know, they've always said we are doing the same in Zimbabwe, we are doing the same in Zimbabwe, and I was like, okay, fine, I would like to see that. But hey guys, I was so surprised. Zimbabweans are building mansions in the rural area. Their rural areas are becoming as beautiful as the rural areas in South Africa, and even sometimes really like suburbs. I'm going to show you one that is just like stunning. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you for tuning in. My name is Velile. I am a lifestyle blogger from South Africa. If you're new on this channel, you are very much welcome, and please do not forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video. I really appreciate that. Guys, I'm going to be taking you guys to Zimbabwe this time. I'm taking you to the rural areas of Zimbabwe. We want to see what the Zimbabweans are doing in comparison to South Africans in their rural areas. Are they developing their rural areas the same way as we South Africans are developing the rural areas? Wow, and who are the people who are developing the rural areas in Zimbabwe? You know, this channel has influenced so many people, guys, outside of South Africa. So guys, please stay tuned. This is going to be another inspiring video. It's going to teach you more, and probably you are going to learn something about other Africans, especially those who are in the SADC regions. Are we similar? Are we doing things similar ways? Are we developing our rural areas the same way? Are we doing what, I mean, like everybody else is doing in the rural areas in South Africa? Architectural wise, are they building the same as we are? What's up? What are the other Africans in the SADC region are doing? We are going to be finding out right here on this channel, so please stay. Listen, I never sat down and made a plan to go to Zimbabwe, but when an opportunity came from one of our relatives to go to Zimbabwe, I jumped into it. He was going to Zimbabwe to go and pay lobola for his wife, who is Zimbabwean, and I was like, you know what? This is a chance for me to show my family members here on YouTube how the rural areas of Zimbabwe look like. So my husband and I took our car, accompanied our cousin, and here we are. Our route from Johannesburg went through Musina, through to the Bait Bridge border post, and through to Zimbabwe. You know, one thing I can tell you, if you are going to go to Zimbabwe, you need to make sure that your papers are in order. Once our papers were checked and everything was approved and monies were paid to Zimbabwe, we headed straight and turned right towards Masvingo province, moving away from the direction towards Bulawayo and Harare, which was on the opposite side. And it was a pleasant journey. I mean, like seriously, it's like you are driving in South Africa, as I said. So it was wonderful to see the beautiful landscape of Zimbabwe. Very, very, very beautiful. And the ways of living are just similar to us as South Africans. You pass this all the time when you are moving around in the rural areas.
liso lehlahlakani. Khipha ihlahla, khipha ihlahla, khipha ihlahla.
The similarities are just amazing, because exactly when we are driving through the highway in South Africa towards the rural areas, you pass things like this. The beautiful donkeys pulling out the trailer and people are on top of it. Isn't that just so South African? Anyway guys, our journey from the border post towards Masvingo province was about 3 hours. It took so long. We were just enjoying the beautiful views as well as the landscape of Zimbabwe. It's very beautiful around here. I mean, there is so many similarities with South Africa, so you can tell you are still within the SADC region. Currently, it is the dry season as it is in South Africa. We are going through winter within the SADC region, all over the SADC region. It was so fascinating to see this beautiful village tucked just next to the highway, and we couldn't help but enter so that we can show you guys the beautiful villages of Zimbabwe. This village is so beautiful, it's so developed. I couldn't wait to show you guys. It shows that Zimbabweans are doing the same thing that we are doing in South Africa. They are building beautiful mansions around in this village. Village is not too far from the town or the city of Masvingo, and it is called Wimbi. That's what the locals called it. A very, very beautiful village. Just like in South Africa, this village used to be very remote, a village that was not paid attention by anyone. So Zimbabweans have come back to the villages, claimed their ancestral land, and they are building beautiful, beautiful homes. These mansions that people are building are reminding me of what South Africans are doing in South Africa. You can tell that people are just developing this village so fast, so quick. Just look at that big mansion tucked up on the mountain, overlooking beautiful mountains. From when I was driving on the freeway looking at the beautiful views of the landscape of Zimbabwe, listen, I can assure you of the beautiful views that Pearson wakes up to every single day when they wake up on that beautiful mountain on top of the hill. Zimbabwe is very beautiful. Similar to South Africa, I noticed that people are building the same way. It is those Tuscany architectural designs I have seen in the northwest of South Africa, in KwaZulu-Natal, in Limpopo, all over, including Polokwane. We build the same. I now believe that I'm going to be seeing a lot of these Tuscany style kind of designs all over around in the SADC region, because I am determined to go around the SADC region and explore the rural areas within the region. The developments around in this village are just so obvious. Look at the roads. You can tell that before they started building these houses, they thought of how they are going to transport whatever infrastructure that they will be using when they are building. They are so flat. It looks like seriously you are in some developing suburban areas. Although it is the village, it is still the rural areas, but it is so beautiful. If you are watching this video and you are from around this village, please explain to us who are the people that are coming back to build in these villages, and what are the laws governing the way people are building. Is it similar to South Africa, where we have residential zones and also commercial zones within our rural areas? Similar to the villages I have explored around in Mpumalanga province in South Africa, I am noticing that the plots are very, very small, and the developments, you can see that they are trying to create some kind of a suburb in future where everyone will be next to each other. I did not see any plowing fields. If you do know of this village and what is happening, please comment down below and let me know. Where are these people keeping their livestock and where are they farming? But all I can say about this village is that it is very well positioned. It is very close to the freeway and also very close to the city, which is the Masvingo city. Masvingo city is about 15 minutes away from this village, so you can tell that people get the right and the beautiful best material to build their homes. Headed towards where we are supposed to be going, we passed the beautiful city of Masvingo, and it showed that it is also developed on its own. You can tell that Zimbabwe is not what people think Zimbabwe is. Masvingo is the oldest colonial settlement here in Zimbabwe. I love the roads, they are very pleasant to drive through. You can tell that a lot of development have been put into this beautiful city, or you can call it a town. Once we've passed the town, we noticed the beautiful baobab tree sitting on our right hand side as we're crossing the railway track. And as we continued towards our destination, we passed the beautiful dam called the Kyle Dam. Zimbabwe is so beautiful, guys. It has a lot that it has to offer. I wish I got a chance to explore more of the villages in Zimbabwe, but I'll come back. My trip was very short. It was just an overnight thing, and going back to South Africa was really a smooth ride because it was no longer the same as when we were coming to Zimbabwe, especially at the border. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been wonderful having you guys here. We are on 51,000 subscribers. Let's take this channel to 55,000 subscribers, including 60,000 subscribers fast before the end of this year. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this village gang. I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye, guys.